Hi everyone, I'm Toby Turtle, the official mascot of STO Summit Spring 2025. We're excited to share the recorded sessions from the world's leading summit on security tokens and real-world assets. Now, let's dive into today's talk from one of our global leaders. Hey Augustine, over to you.
Next is Valentin Alekseev, CEO of Diamore, on tokenizing the Gemstone market.
Thank you so much, Augustine, for having me here. It's like really my big pleasure. And I'm gonna say thank you to Lawrence. Then you just touched the industry that we work with the gemstones. Pretty sure you have really great experience with that, and I just wanna tell and highlight how the industry goes right now, what's market going on, and what kind of problems we found out, and what kind of solution we created. So let me start briefly with explanation how the market is going right now. So as you're familiar with the diamonds market, it is it has a really bad timing right now. It's currently under a really difficult period. Basically, after the high prices in 2022, all the diamond prices dropped drastically, like 40% in that time. And right now, in early 2025, we see that they are a bit coming to the numbers that they've been previously. But you can see all around the industry, all the suppliers, all the miners are struggling right now, and their production numbers really decreased highly. And like all the major players, including De Beers, including Russian Alrosa, all of them are really reducing the speed and the volumes of gemstones they provide to the market themselves. And that led eventually to the drop in prices for all natural polished diamonds and gemstones, not gemstones, but mostly diamonds. And because we also have this, like I'm pretty sure most of you heard about the lab-grown diamonds that are right now pressing the industry. And under this pressure, the prices for the smallest gemstones are really fallen. And this eventually brought us to the situation where all of these miners, they have like huge supply, while manufacturers, jewelry makers, they feel like really low demand on the other side. And therefore, we see that those guys, they're really keeping this inventory and building up the inventory and kind of struggling. And it really affects all the small businesses. However, the bigger ones, the bigger players are really pretty much okay to wait for the better timing, because right now they have just two or basically options. First of all, are you like selling it with losing your money, or just trying to wait, trying to kind of struggle, and you just lock your funds in all of that kind of assets. And this is the problem that we see right now on the diamond market, basically. And this led eventually to the solution of one of our products. But just to continue with the problematic of the market right now, basically, if you are just retail customer, let's say, and eventually you want to buy some piece of jewelry, or eventually you want to get some engagement ring or something like this, or if you're like wealthy enough and you want to hedge against the market risks and volatility, you're really open to invest in gold or in loose gemstones. And those gemstones themselves, over, let's say, decades, like 5-10 years, eventually you want to exit this investment strategy, and you want to have the access to the market to be able to sell it and like fix your profits, right? And regarding the like big investment grade diamonds, it's kind of really complicated, basically because the market is not that simple, is not that transparent, is not that convenient. If you are in the industry, you understand how it works. You go to auction house, and like once per year, you have a chance to sell your gemstone. In other cases, you will be suffering from like lower prices, lower than you expected when you initially invested, or been told to invest. I don't know, maybe someone advised you to do. Or by the end of the day, if you inherit such kind of a diamonds or gemstones from your relatives, and right now you don't really know what to do with that, what kind of the certificates they have, what might be the appraisal value, and so on, and like where do you go, what do you do? So we started to solving these problems initially with tokenization. And in our approach, what we started with in Diamore a year and a half ago, basically we've been launching the NFTs one-to-one for diamonds. We started with diamonds because in diamond market, especially in diamonds that are used in jewelry really often, it's kind of more regulated, let's say. And because of jewelry manufacturers, we understand what might be the value of this specific diamond or another one, and so on. And we started initially with this market issuing the NFTs and trying to sell to our customers. And I want to be honest with you, we started a year and a half ago, like with this concept. We launched the marketplace like literally around a year ago, last April. We presented it on Token 2049 in Dubai. And if you remember, it was like a huge flood and all the stuff. We got like really nice booth with the jewelry, with the diamonds and so on. And we even sold our first tokenized diamond that day. And it was like really nice. But since that time, we found out that there is not that much demand on our product, let's say. And we also have noticed the same being with our competitors, with other companies who've been tokenizing diamonds even before us. And it turned out, talking to our potential customers, let's say our target audience, if I can say, it turned out that they are kind of not really ready to purchase such kind of assets. Basically, they have some questions about security, the custody, like the proofs of reserves and everything. And we perfectly covered all that stuff, cooperating with custody in Dubai, and having the be audited by Grant Thornton and insured by Lloyd's of London. So like we covered all this stuff, and been trying to integrate chain link proof of reserves and all of this stuff for our customers to be pretty much sure. But then they were just like comparing us to, like on the other hand, you have this NFT of a diamond, and the other hand, you have like physical diamond itself. So for them, it was like not really, they didn't understand like why, what's the purpose, what the reason why they should have this NFT, this tokenized diamond. And it turned out that we have to build some kind of infrastructure where they could use it. And we started initially with diamond staking protocol, let's say, where you have this specific NFT, and we've been using this. We've partnered with MetaStreet, this NFT lending protocol, where we brought these NFTs and used them as a collateral to get a loan against, and then provided this loan to OKX and other centralized exchanges, as a liquidity provider for their operations. And this showed us that basically our business model might be not only in selling these diamonds, first of all, and secondly, that the audience is pretty much more interested in different utilization of this kind of assets. And but still, we faced, to be honest, another really big issue, because we started talking to the guys who already have such diamonds and gemstones, and been proposing to them that all right, guys, if you have these kind of gems, you can bring these to us. We look it in a custody, and we do this tokenization, and by the end of the day, we provide yield on your diamonds and gemstones. And because we've been talking to high net worth individuals. We've been talking to family offices. But at the end of the day, they are not quite really trusted by crypto, and they were kind of really suspicious, let's say, because to be honest, those guys kind of old, traditional, kind of conservative, let's say. And then we found out that before the tokenization itself, we can replicate this approach pretty much the same way, but only with classical fintech technologies, with classical securitization. And this is what we do right now. So right now, it eventually led us to the position where we offer luxury asset management, because we understand all those kind of assets, they have its own value, and there is a market for them. And first of all, we have to, and we have in our hands, we have a tool with which we can unlock the liquidity, unlock the money, the value of the assets. And basically, because our expertise about 10 years is in the diamonds and gemstones market, we started with such kind of assets. And what do we do right now? We do securitization of these assets, of the diamonds and gemstones. And then through this securitization, we unlock this value and bring this liquidity to hedge funds to make more money for asset owners. And then, only then, after all these steps, if the asset owner, the initial asset owner, is really open to crypto technologies, only after that we come back and say, all right, right now we can make one more step, we can make this tokenization, we issue NFT for you, and then we have all other parts, like a huge world of DeFi markets, where they could also bring the value of the assets, and then do whatever they want. They can leverage against the asset, they could trade it, and they could stake it, and so on. So coming back to the main idea of my speech today, basically is that initially you have to understand, like while tokenizing or securitizing assets, initially you have to understand where is the market right now. Because in the diamonds, in tokenized diamonds, at least a year ago or 2 years ago, there was no market, there was no demand, no customers, and so on. And you should understand initially if this asset right now, is it relevant to the market? We see right now there is a huge boom of other kind of tokenized assets like real estate, or I don't know, tokenized gold is a really nice example how it really works, because the asset itself is liquid, and it's transparent market, and so on. In our case with diamonds and gemstones, like we see on the market that, like, for not decades, but for last 10 years, there've been approaches, and so many times different projects tried to build something that could leverage, could use this value of diamonds and gemstones, and it didn't really work really well, hopefully till now. Basically because there were no that understanding from the asset holders, from the asset owners. And right now, I'm pretty sure that with our current adjustments, with our current approach, we're gonna build the stronger momentum of the product, and at least the one of the problems that we see in the market on right now, we're gonna try to solve. And but at the end of the day, the tokenization itself is like really convenient way, and of course it is really based on the custody, on the physical storages, and all the customers, by the end of the day, they just they have to be sure that everything is safe, and in any case they can redeem the diamond, the asset itself, the underlying asset. But the markets are not that transparent, and I hope that with one of our products launch later on by this year, by the end of this year, we're gonna bring the transparent secondary markets, while that will be convenient for all the customers of such assets to be ready to sell it and to exit these kind of strategies. Because right now the only thing they have that is left is either to go to a pawn shop basically, or to go to auction house and tell them, all right, I have this kind of specific diamonds or gemstone, and hopefully they're gonna get more than they bought it initially. And this way, we're trying to solve the three main trilemma of tokenization, basically the liquidity, the fragmentation of this liquidity, basically, and the transparency that will bring the more interaction. Because like all we know, and I'm not lying, like 30% of the diamonds and gemstones market are really in gray area. I'm not telling about bloody diamonds, and I hope that by the end of the day, something that we build, it will at least decrease the amount of that gemstones that going from gray area, and hopefully by the end of the day, the blockchain, all the entire supply chain from mining to manufacturers to jewelry makers to the end customer, all this supply chain on chain, it will eliminate all this, or maybe just the most part of the market, like gray area and struggles and so on. So that's my point on the diamonds and gemstones industry. I hope that right now you understand a little bit more about that. I'm pretty sure that it's not like really common or really popular for all of the market players. And please, it would be really nice if you could consider to looking at diamonds and gemstones, looking at such kind of assets as the way to hedge your risks, as the way to diversify your portfolio. And I hope by the end of the day, if we get like more educated community, we'll see more interest in the market, and the diamonds market itself, it will be a little bit more healthier, and we'll get back to the numbers that it had previously. So thank you so much for having me. That's my point. Augustine, please.
Thanks for joining us at STO Summit Spring 2025. Stay curious, stay connected, and remember, the future is tokenized.